Praise be to the Lord. Faithful servants never retire. You can retire from your career, but you will never retire from serving God. Today, I'm here to share a few words about the servant of God, Father Augustine John Uken, who was a great missionary, an apostle of charity, and also the founder of Congregation of Sisters Charity. Let's see the life history of Father Augustine John Uken. The servant of God, Father Augustine John Uken, was born on 19 December 1880 as the second son of Uken Andappan, resident of Parapur, and Chalakal Annamma of Thoyakavu in Enamau parish. The general tradition among the St. Thomas Christians is to baptize the newly born in the parish of the child's mother. In the case of Father Uken, his mother belonged to Enamau parish. Therefore, the servant of God was baptized at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, Enamau. Sister Louisa CSC testifies, he had an elder brother who died at the age of 2. His name was John. The parents were not happy about christening the next child with the name John. That is why the name Augustine was added, and thus he came to be known as Augustine John. But there was no documents to substantiate this view. The witness Tommy Uken testifies, Father Augustine's mother died when he was about 2.5 years old, and his father also died when he was about 6 years old. Sister Thomasina CSC in a testimony said, his father Andappan did his best to bring up the child, not allowing his son to feel the absence of his mother or privations of any sort. With total trust in his father, little John grew in age and knowledge, in good standing before God and people. He was not fortunate enough to have the warmth of love and the protection of his father for very long either. Andappan contracted cholera and was soon on his deathbed in 1886, when little John was just 6 years old. He gave his last advice to John together with the documents of the land which he had owned and the keys of the money box. He then kissed his son with tears rolling down, and the benevolent father went to his heavenly reward soon afterwards. The servant of God's aunt taught him all she knew about the Catholic faith and got him ready for his first Holy Communion. He was also very disciplined in etiquette and in rendering civilities. He learned courtesy. John began his schooling at St. John's Lower Primary School, Parapur. In 1895, when he was in 3rd standard, he had to give up his schooling. The register further bears witness as to why he had to relinquish his studies, discontinued because he has to shoulder the family's responsibility. The witness Sister Vincenza CSC testifies, for Augustine himself has sometimes spoken to us about the hardships of his early life. He once shared with us one of the bitter boyhood experience of going for a wedding celebration wearing a little loincloth. Somebody came and made him get up from where he was seated and sit in another place, which made him much ashamed. However, these painful memories molded the saint in him, and he harbored no ill will towards the aunt. Another witness, Francis Wydian, says, those childhood experiences have helped him later to be kind to the poor. Providence was leading the servant of God through unknown ways. For the Aussep Kuttikat, the parish priest of Parapur, was struck by the deep dedication of John to the spiritual life, his earnestness in study, and his sense of obedience and sacrifice. For the Kuttikat allowed little John to stay with him in the presbytery. Many used to say that his childhood difficulties and poverty had prepared him to show great love and compassion for the poor and accept the sufferings of life. Young John himself began teaching many children younger than himself and had become a teacher as well as a student. Messenger John Menacheri, 1896 to 1990, the new Vicar Apostolic of Thrissur, decided to send the servant of God to the Papal Seminary of Kandy in Sri Lanka for studies to the priesthood. The Kandy Seminary, known as the Leoneum, was established in 1893 by the Jesuits for the students of India and Ceylon. From the very first day of his formation, John surrendered himself into God's hand. He wrote in his spiritual diary, I thank him and ask him for the grace for walking in the novitiate of life. Again, he states, the end of my existence is to know and love God. After the preliminary formation in Kandy Seminary, he received tonsure on the 22nd December 1900. The servant of God then took philosophy and theology courses there, 1898 to 1907. Since he was made beadle in philosophy and theology, we can infer that he was good and mature seminarian and was a capable leader. The servant of God was successful in his seminary life, especially in his studies. In his biography, ഉപവി സഹോദരികളുടെ സഭയും സ്ഥാപകനും, we read, he won the appreciation of his professors as well as his classmates. He received minor orders on 17 December 1904, subdiaconate on 23rd December 1905. On 22nd December 1906, John received the diaconate. He made a retreat between the December 14th and 23rd under Father Beerwitz. Remembering that this was his final year in the seminary, he resolved to pay attention to three things: humility, chastity, and zeal. When Father Augustine John O'Kane came back from Kandy, Sri Lanka, he was first appointed as the Assistant Manager of St. Thomas High School, Thrissur. He continued in that office up to September 1909. He was a parish priest at Kandanshangadavil, 1909. He assisted the rector and manager Father Ausep Chiriyat. On 1st May 1944, George Alapat, one of the servants of God's disciples at the minor seminary, was consecrated the bishop of the diocese of Thrissur. The intentioner who came for the episcopal ordination stated during his congratulatory speech to start a congregation which does works of charity. It could have been enkindled Father O'Kane's dream. He saw this union of circumstances as the providence of God and submitted his application to the bishop to start a new congregation. Bishop George Alapat granted the permission to found a congregation named Sisters of Charity, which is open for widows as well as the virgins. The first house of the congregation of the Sisters of Charity was the Presentation Convent in the Chovanur, and it was blessed by Bishop George Alapat. Bishop Alapat erected the diocesan congregation of the Sisters of Charity in Thrissur diocese. Father Augustine John O'Kane was appointed as his first chaplain. Most of the congregation established in those days stood mainly to promote education. Father John O'Kane's aspiration for the charity sisters were to do charity work, to conduct house visits, to treat and console the sick and bedridden, visiting their homes, to comfort the depressed, to assist anyone and everyone in the spiritual aspects, to perform evangelic work, and to run hospitals and dispensaries. On 4th October 1956, when the Thanksgiving ceremony was finished after the Olimus offered in the praise of St. Francis Assisi, Father John presented a brief advice about Francis Assisi's love of God, poverty, observance, and other aspects. When he reached his room after his breakfast, he felt very weak. He had an intermittent fever. His personal doctor, Dr. Krishna Iyer, came and checked. Abdominal ulcer and diabetes were the two diseases which troubled him the most. He had to suffer very much because of ulcer. He was able to take only a little milk at times and a little gruel of wheat once in a day. I had never seen him complaining or losing his temper at any time, even when he had a severe stomachache and great difficulty to take in food. On 13th October 1956 was a Saturday, the feast of Our Lady of Fatima. Father O'Kane knew in heart that it is a time to finish his earthly sojourn. On 13th October 1956, the servant of God breathed his last around 4:30 p.m. He trusted in the help of Mother Mary and would have prayed as he had done earlier. At the moment of death, when the whole hell is let loose on us, when despair, remorse, regret possesses our heart, when our intelligence has become so dull, our will so powerless, half dead, she is our consolation, our joy. The Holy Mary came to her dear child and took him to heaven on one of her feast days. His canonization process was started on 30th November 2007 and was declared as servant of God by Metropolitan Archbishop of Thrissur, Mar Andrews Talat, at the Our Lady of Lourdes Metropolitan Cathedral on 24th August 2008. On 31st August 2008, the Archdiocese erected the Archdiocesan Tribunal for the beatification process. The miracles happened through the intercession of Father Augustine John O'Kane is inquired by the team. Let's earnestly pray for his intercession and also pray for his canonization process to succeed soon. Thank you.